Right now, the world stands on the edge of a global crisis. Missiles are flying across the Middle East, oil routes are collapsing, and a war between the United States, Israel, and Iran is reshaping the future of the world. This is not just another regional conflict. This is a moment that could impact economies, politics, and everyday life across the globe. For years, tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States have been building. At the center of it all is one issue: nuclear power. The United States and Israel believe Iran is developing nuclear weapons. Iran insists its program is peaceful. But over time, suspicion turned into hostility. Proxy conflicts spread across the Middle East. Alliances formed, militias were funded, and slowly, the region moved closer to open war. Then, everything changed. On the 28th of February 2026, the United States and Israel launched major airstrikes across Iran. They targeted military bases, nuclear facilities, and high-ranking officials. Within hours, explosions were reported across multiple cities. Key leaders were killed, and the message was clear: this was war. Iran responded almost immediately. Hundreds of missiles and drones were launched toward Israel and US bases in the region. Air defense systems lit up the skies. Explosions, sirens, and chaos followed. The conflict quickly spread beyond borders, reaching Lebanon, Iraq, and nearby regions. In a short time, thousands have died, and millions are now living under constant fear. Israel claims it has weakened Iran's military capabilities, targeting missile systems and strategic infrastructure. The United States supports these actions, saying the goal is to prevent Iran from becoming a nuclear power. But not everyone agrees. Criticism is growing, even within the United States. Some officials question whether this war was necessary and what its consequences will be. Because once a conflict like this begins, it becomes very difficult to control. And now, the impact is spreading far beyond the battlefield. At the center of this global effect is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow water route carries nearly 20% of the world's oil supply. But now, it is under threat. Ships are being delayed, rerouted, or blocked. Military activity has increased, and global oil supply is being disrupted. This is where the war starts, affecting everyday life. When oil supply decreases, but demand stays the same, prices rise. Fuel becomes more expensive. Transportation costs increase, and supply chains begin to slow down. This directly affects petrol, diesel, and LPG gas cylinders used in homes. Even countries far from the war begin to feel the impact because oil follows a global path. It is extracted, transported through critical routes, refined, and distributed worldwide. When one part of that system breaks, the entire chain is affected, and the cost is passed on to people. But beyond economics, there is a deeper cost: the human cost. Behind every missile strike are lives. Families, homes, futures. Cities are being damaged. People are being displaced. And fear has become part of daily life. This is the reality of war. Not just strategy and power, but loss and suffering. And now, the world is watching closely. Because if this conflict continues to grow, it could pull in more nations and create an even larger global crisis. So the question remains, what happens next? Will diplomacy find a way to stop this war? Or is this only the beginning of something bigger? For now, there are no clear answers. Only tense, only uncertainty, and a world waiting. Because history is not just something we read about. Right now, we are living it.